Hello, 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 my friends. Welcome back to the Dynamo. I've deliberately given us this screen to open up on because I want to show you this here at the very bottom, Dublin City. I've never managed a team that has just been tucked down into that bottom little left corner. It's the one we all want, but I haven't met a single person that plays this game that doesn't dream of having a quiet and impenetrable defence. I'm basically playing Mourinho football, but scoring goals. It's beautiful. I'm really enjoying it. And the reason I started on this one is because when I got promoted into the National League, everything was pointing towards, I had a good National League North side. I had a good National League North side, and I figured we'd be able to kind of sustain ourselves and avoid the drop. But what I was not expecting was to basically concede feck all goals. Let's go into the competition screen. Let's open up the Valorama National. I've conceded 15 goals in 20. And what's hilarious is our goalkeeper got injured for 6 of those games. Let's open it up because Liam Hughes is playing like a man possessed. 13 clean sheets in 21 games, and in the 9 games he's left, he's conceding about a goal. He is absolutely ripping and tearing it up. Has he even gotten a look in for the Northern Irish under 19s or under 20? What is he? Are you an under 21 player? Actually, that's why he's not going to start for Northern Ireland, but for he was a B team or whatever. But you can see in here, look in the form, you can see. From the beginning of December onwards, he's missed out. So he's missed about 2 months worth. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm near the end of January. I was supposed to bring an episode to you sooner, but it just never felt like the right time. I just got knocked out of both cups. We came out of the FA Cup to Millwall. That was just, I don't want to talk about it. And I put out a second string side against, what was it, Halifax? Yeah, and Halifax, and they basically just ran away with it in the second half. Very, very disappointing. You can see here, Ali put them ahead in the 23rd minute. New signing that was injured most of this season so far. You can see so many games he missed. He was out from the very beginning, and he came back just at the beginning of December. And I'm slowly trying to integrate him into the squad. He finally got his first goal in that Halifax game, and then it just all went to shit from there. And we conceded 2-3 more goals. Very, very upsetting. I can't remember if we went 1-1 and then they immediately just pegged us back, or if they went 2-1 or 2-0 and we pegged them back. I don't remember. But either way, it's one of those games where you just kind of go, ugh. You know what we'll do? We'll just concentrate on winning the goddamn league. Because, like I said, sitting top, game in hand, 5 points clear. And the only 2 games we've lost have been a goal in it. So, this could have been an undefeated season. I could have. I'm 28 games into the National League season, showing you 2 games, and I'm talking about it could have been an undefeated season. If that doesn't sum up the just idealized optimism of the Football Manager player, I'm showing you the reality of the game I'm playing, and I'm talking to you about what could have been. This is phenomenal escapism. I love this game at times. Scunthorpe. No, we'll get back to Scunthorpe. I need to finish off Liam Hughes. Hughes has been incredible, in incredible form for us. Open it up, go back to his form. And he come down 7.7s, 8.3. He is incredible. He is a massive save percentage. Let me go into the competitions, Panorama, stats, player detail, I think it is. And where did I find him? Oh yeah, Denvers. Jesse Denvers is playing incredible for us. 23 goals and 25 appearances. He was a late comer into last year. He came in January. He played 26, fair enough, but he was kind of bedding in. This season, I've taken him off the right wing, put him up front with Verdun, and he's just blowing teams out of the water, routinely scoring 1 and 2 goals a game, 23 goals to show for it. Incredible. Absolutely, nearly a goal a game player. But let me bring it in here, because where did I see? He's got... Where did I find it? So it'll be in the defensive statistics. Defending, here we go. Oh no, it's in goalkeeping. You think I'd see it more? I don't see it straight off, but you can see it's an expected goal a game, 9.7. Absolutely incredible. In terms of the expected goals conceded per 90, where is he actually? He's not even in here. 20, he's been playing that well, he's not even in it. I can't find the statistics I'm looking for, but he's got a 90% save ratio. Like, that's insane. In terms of conceded, leading the top there. In terms of clean sheets, he's only second. He has 13, but you can see he's played 8 games less. So in terms of that there, that's bloody incredible. Conceding 11, conceded 30. Like, look at the difference. In terms of saves held, I just don't see him in here. Saves parried, see him down at 15th. He doesn't. See, the problem here is he's not going to score high in this, because like I mentioned to you earlier, we have a quiet defence. You can't make many saves if you don't have many saves to make. So it's one of those situations where him being down at 15th is really a testament to our defending. He's been incredible for us. Because expected goals against, yeah, that's fine. In terms of appearances, yeah, you're just going to get that. Is this where I saw it? No, Denver's his expected goals are actually really, really good as well. In terms of, he's sitting third, 13.55. Sorry, I just saw a bit of breath go past me there. Denver's, he has an expected goal of 13.55, but he's actually scored 23. You can see, like, it's one of those situations where, like, when I look at a lot of the statistics, I'm thinking to myself, like, those goals conceded. Like, are we just completely and utterly playing outside of our expectation? Are we absolutely running away with it? Going to the XG table, no. We are where we're supposed to be. We're on an XG points, second. But in terms of the actual performances, we're 17 points ahead of where we should be. But then again, so is everybody else. We're supposed to be on 52 points. We're actually 17 points better than that. But in terms of the overall performance ranking against every other side, we're not actually overperforming. Like, for ages, Rochdale were overperforming in terms of expected goals, 12. We've got 6, yeah. But in terms of that expected goals against, we're the 12 beneath where we're supposed to be with 15 instead of 27. You're supposed to, I don't know if the math is working out there or not. In my mind, Liam Hughes is the most important player in the squad at the moment. When he got injured, like, it was fine. Horgan came in and played really, really well in the 7 games, 7.33. It's why him having those few games last year when I just started to lose faith in Hughes for a little bit, that gave me the confidence to know that I could put Horgan into the side himself. And even he had some incredible, like 7.8, 7.8, 6.1, 6.8, 6.1, 7.5, 7.2, 7.2, 7.4. You can see the difference in terms of Horgan has some really good performances and then just kind of lets it slip. But even the expected goals against, like, he conceded 4 here and he's supposed to concede 2. Conceded none, conceded 3, supposed to concede 2. Conceded 1. Horgan is my cup goalkeeper for that reason. He's probably not going to play anymore because we're out of all the cups. So I am delighted to be able to bring Hughes back into the lineup, and I'm not sure if I'll risk him because I think I'll give him that extra match just to get back into the actual, like, swing of things, to be able to get a hold of it. He played against Oldham Athletic, but he's not injured. It's just the fitness. Go on, we'll play him. In terms of tactics, let me show you what's going on here. So I've got a plan A, plan B, and plan C. Plan C I just have not worked around with, but plan C is in there in case I need something more defensively solid. 4-4-2 is ripping it up, and the reason it's ripping it up is because I'm playing very wide and basically using those overloads. Falls is a man possessed. He is playing incredibly. Got him in on loan from Huddersfield. I'm going to try keep him here if I can, because, oh my God, he is the best player I have on my team at the moment. Denver's fair enough, he's getting a lot of plaudits, but Falls, oh my God, 7.0 rating, 21, 5 goals, 2 assists, 2 player of the matches, and he doesn't foul either. He's such a reliable player. He's got really good natural fitness. Stamina's okay for this level, but I'm kind of rotating him in and out, and I'm playing him in that Mazzala role. I'm playing with a Mazzala and a Carrillo. How do you pronounce that name? So what I needed to do is I needed to figure out how to get the balance of the team so that I could actually get the best out of people. I've got Jamie Dornan in on loan as well. He is a natural Carriello, but he can also play on that right hand side. I just brought him in January, so he hasn't played a huge amount of games, but this is where he slots in. He slots in right there beside Falls, where you have that solid, dominant partnership between them, where the whole point is whoever's playing on the left is supposed to sneak in to create an overlap with Murphy on that left-hand side. He's now a a League Two player. We've tied this kid down. He is 20 years of age, potential to be a League One player, and I've him tied down on a contract to 2028. I've done my homework with this kid. Very expensive, 1.7, but look at this, 28 games. Like out of a potential, actually, how many games into the season are we? He's at a 20. Has he played every game this season? No, he's missed 2 games all season. But look, when you're paying those kind of wages, you don't want a Richard Keogh situation on your hands where you're paying him nearly $2,000 a week and he then goes and gets injured and spends most of his time on the bench. Keogh, by all his standards, like he's back. Like he's back in the side. He's played 5 times, 7, a handful of times, 12 times in total. He's not lighting it up, but he's old. He's 38 years of age. What I really brought him here was for the leadership. While he was injured, basically 2 players just stepped up. Finnerty is doing incredibly well, but this kid, Josh Briggs, oh my God, he is incredible. He has started 18 appearances. I did not expect him to be starting games. The average rating does not tell a story, but what I really like about him is he is so solid in the high ball of that defensive midfield, in that centre-back role, but he can also play a defensively minded right-back, which is why I really like that defensively minded right-back, wing-back position over here. It is coming at the expense of Kavanagh, because Kavanagh is the kind of player who likes to go forward. It's even his PPIs in his player traits. That's the better word for it. See, I'm used to preferred player instruction, or whatever you want to call it, a PPI, player traits. Look, we'll argue about it in the comments what's the correct one to do, but it's like he's having to sacrifice some of his natural game, but it's just because in a foot race between him and Murphy, look, we don't even have to ask who's the better player. Just go into attributes and just look at the amount of blue in here. Murphy is the far more dynamic, aggressive, naturally talented player. The main thing that Kavanagh has on him is the mental stats, but you're going to get that with age. So I've taken the leash off Murphy and I put the leash on Kavanagh, and Kavanagh's responding well to that. With a 6.98, 20 appearances, and when he is just like not quite able for what he needs to he needs a break, Biggs just steps in. And in terms of, I have Keogh and I have Sullivan, as well as Canis Carroll, who can also play that role. Carroll, 20 appearances himself. What do? I mainly play him at centre back as well as that Caliero role. My screen kind of went dark there for a second. I didn't know what was going on. I want to play him more, but I don't really play with a defensive midfielder. When I do, it's plan B basically, where for all intents and purposes, this is a 4-1-4-1, but it's really a 4-5-1, let's be honest here, because I've got that inverted wing back and I've got the aggressive winger, and like they're very attacking roles, especially within playing the balance or the positive frameworks. I have a very high tempo as well. Short passings, because I want them to kind of like pass. But what I want them to do is I want them to kind of like form into little pockets around the wings so that they can exploit each other's positioning to move the ball between the lines. That's why I have that on short passing. But the reason I want on higher tempo is because I want them to move the ball very quickly so that we're into a position where we just catch them out on the transitions. Because here's the thing, at their level, they are not going to be able to respond quickly to transition changes. That's why I'm playing a high tempo, so that I can exploit that transition. Now, we have a very good squad in terms of technical ability. That's why I think we can pull this off. I mean, judging by the score, like we're routinely winning games, I think we're pulling it off. That's a lot of games won. Like, I'm pretty happy with the season and how it's gone so far. We are dominating this in terms, you can see right from the very beginning, 9th, because that's just how games start. But we started with a win, and we've been top since, the 16th game, and we're now the 27th, 28th, 29th game. I think we can win this. Like, I really do think we can win this, go straight up. Like I said, when you're in the National League, I fucking hate the playoffs, because the playoffs are a bloody lottery in this situation. I hate it. Automatic promotion. That's what I want. I just want automatic promotion. But let me go back into, who was I showing you? I remember I was going to show you something, but I don't quite remember. Look, it's not that important anyway. What I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you the performance of the B in the under-19 team. Now, in terms of the first division, they're still rooted bottom, but look at this. They've won in true games. And we're scoring goals, and we're not being absolutely catastrophically destroyed. Now, for anybody who doesn't quite remember, let's go back a year. We lost every single game. and we got absolutely hockeyed, nearly conceding 200 goals. We scored 21 goals. Already we've outscored ourselves 23 goals and we've conceded 51. Not too bad. In terms of wins, we beat Brain at Lone. We just drew against UCD actually not too long ago. And there's a lot of 1-alls. When we lose, it's because we concede multiple goals. That's what tends to happen here. I think it's just the team can't quite cope with that. So we'll go into the actual second team themselves. And you can see there's a lot of potential. A lot of these players aren't that far away because Thomas Murphy is a player that I'm keeping a close eye on. Well, I envision him playing that inverted wing role on that left-hand side while also being able to fill in as a Mazzella or a Cariello because he's got the good tackling, marking, he's got the work rate, the positioning, as well as the stamina and the strength to be able to play that local covering role. He is a very versatile player and he is who I'm really paying attention to. I'm really looking forward to Murphy. Another player... we'll do him, Garrett Scott. Why is he... The AI manager, I'm going to sack him. He's come on a couple of times so far he's played twice, 6.7, 18 appearances with 3 goals. So you can see how this is working for us. Where the first division, our B team, is to blood the players and give them competitive experience so that by the time we end up being like a championship club, I'm expecting our B team to be in the Premier Division, blooding some of those young players and giving them a chance to be playing against some seasoned veterans to give them really good match experience. And look, if they're just not good enough, they're going to drop down. That's the point. I want my academy producing players that would excel in Ireland, because if they can excel in Ireland, then they can come into the first team and push towards promotion to Premier League, or maybe even win the Premier League. You never know. That's how it's going to work. So let's come back anyway, because Kyle McLean, he keeps getting injured. He just keeps getting injured. So far, he has played 12 games, but he's had a bunch of injuries. Like you see, injured. Going to the injury history, you can see we only signed him not too early. He's had 4 injuries. 2 major, 1 slight, 1 moderate. I'm not sure I can trust this kid. It's unfortunate, but I think that's just the way it is. 19 years of age, I signed him to be that B-team goalkeeper and maybe eventually move up into being my cup goalkeeper, because I saw that EFL level 2 potential, and I figured that wouldn't be too bad. But at the moment, I'm kind of thinking I might have to just cut my losses and sell him, because I just don't see him being able to get the run of games together to be able to actually perform at this level. Now, it is much better in the under-19s. Going to the under-19s division, you can see we're 6th. 15 games, 5-1, 2 draw, lost. We're not expecting to absolutely rip it up in here. We just want to do enough to stay up. The whole point is to avoid finishing bottom. In the first division, you can't get relegated, so that's fine enough. But in this one, I'm relatively happy with how things are going. We're winning games, we're drawing games. Look, we've lost more games than we've won or drawn. So that's a bit disappointing, but look, you're mid-table. In terms of, let's get into the actual squad themselves so you can see why is everyone unavailable. That is, I can't quite figure that out. But in terms of, you can go into potential, there's a lot of young kids in here. What is going on? Made unavailable for the end. Look, I'm going to figure that out later. Gibbard, the 2 players who are pretty much making their steps up are Austin and Gibbard. Both of them are defensive midfielders who can also cover into that Cariello role. Not bad players at all. In terms of, this is Austin. Austin is playing the better of the 2, 6.8, 21 appearances, came from Crystal Palace. And Gibbard, there we go, can also play. He can't play central defender, so he's the less versatile of the 2. But you can see both of them are still playing the exact same. He came from Crystal Palace, 18 appearances, 6.7. So I'm relatively happy with their performances between the 2 of them. But in general terms, let me get to the actual report, not reports. Let me get to the selection info and go to average rating. Denver's Hughes Doran. That basically tells you a story here. Horgan has played well, but he's my backup keeper. He's not really going to get some more experiences. But Falls, I've been really happy with. Verdun has scored 11 goals. He's not really anywhere near the same form he was last year in terms of 21 goals. But look, the season's young, but already like 21 goals. And Denver's is already absolutely blowing him out of the water in terms of like 23 goals. Let me very quickly check. So 19 minutes. I've time for a match. Go on, let's take you into the match itself. So we're going with plan A. go a quick select so that we can have a quick look at how everything's working. Yeah, I'm happy with Kavanagh on that left side. Hughes, will go with Hughes. Go on. So we want towards Denver's. Denver's up here so that Doran can come here. Do I want Doran? You know what we're going to do? Bring Delap over here, and we're going to bring O'Sullivan on for in here. And Carthruz over here. So Ward and Keogh are both retiring, so we'll cry and we'll move on. It's just one of those cases. Where are you, Richard Keogh? 2.5 grand, and you've played that many games for us. It's just, look, it is what it is. He's retiring at the end of the season, and we're moving on. So Falls and Doran, that's okay. Delap then that left-hand side. Actually, I'm going to bring Armshaw over there because he's just playing the better of the two. Murphy, no, I want Murphy. Swap them over because I find you're better on that side. Actually, no, this is what we're doing. Okay. Or do I want? Oh God, I don't know what to do. Look, this is what we're going with. So Denver's and Verdun. I find Verdun plays so much better as a deep lying forward, and Denver's just flying forward, and they've struck up a really good partnership between the two of them. So let's get cracking. Yeah, it's fine. So match performances. Let's get going. Okay. Now, playing at the Morton Stadium, it's starting to rip up a little bit, so I'm hoping at the end of the year we might be able to relay the pitch. And they're coming out. Okay. Now, what am I playing? I'm playing key highlights. That's fine. Encourage. Okay. So we're playing with a back three. We should be able to tear that apart a little bit coming down the wings. Although Humphreys, Clayton, Dalla, and Obirio. Okay. Arakawa. Just push him out right there. Don't let him get back in. Well done, Delap. Denver's going to come after this. He's going to win this foot race. It's going to be easy. Square it up for Verdun. No, Delap. In for Falls for Dorn. Go on, give it a... Oh, what a goal. Just squares it. It's too easy. It shouldn't be allowed. You know what they should do? I'd hate this rule in football, but it would make it very, very interesting. Imagine five-a-side where you can't shoot... Oh, wait, you can't shoot from outside the box. You know what I do? I've just remembered the way I used to play football in primary school, where you weren't allowed... You had the little indoor arenas where you had the little circle, semicircle, and you couldn't shoot from outside the circle. I just remembered that. That's how that used to work. Okay, so Falls and Doran already lining up between the two of them. Falls exploiting that right-hand side of the Mazzala roll, moving into that aggressive half space, cuts it into Doran, and Doran just, like a water carrier, occupying the space that was left behind and belting it in from outside the box. Match momentum is all in our favour as Murphy links this in. Go on for Dunn. Delap going to square this up. Off the crossbar. Probably should have been a goal. I'd be disappointed. For Dunn's looking a bit weak, but Falls and Doran in terms of their pace and performance, I'm not sure they're going to see out this match. They had a little bit near the very end, but in terms of like not a single shot on target or in general, we have a lot of shots, so I'm okay so far. But in terms of Verdun, you know what I'm going to do? He's not even playing well either. We're going to bring you back, Denver's, that's fine. And we're going to bring on O'Sullivan to play this role. You can come forward, and you can come forward. Okay. Go on, I'm sure you got this. Denver's link it up to Carroll. Carroll over to Briggs. Briggs is just going to hold this up. Not going to be too adventurous with it. Delap's going to overlap on that right hand side over to Briggs. Briggs back to Finnerty. Finnerty into the middle. Carroll just surveying his options before he goes to Doran. Back to Carroll. And you can see where we try to group up along those wide. And then, beautiful pass into Armshaw. Armshaw to Falls. Falls going to bring this wide for Delap. Denver. He has to be offside. Beautiful goal. Clinical by Denver's though. Falls and Doran, they're definitely not going to see out this match anyway. Finnerty over. What are you doing, Finnerty? Go on, put pressure on him. Force him out wide. Well done. Bring over to Dada. I don't really like this too much. Go on, Murphy, you got this. Over to Armshaw. Back to Murphy. Down along the... terrible. Terrible. Bring out wide. Go on. Get in there. Oh, well done, Briggs. Well, that's what I want Briggs to do. I don't want him coming forward. As I say that, he's charging forward. And go on, Delap. Put in a great cross there for Denver's. Oh, falls. Oh. That had to be an own goal. The block brought it around Charles Cook. I feel for them there. But look, you don't shoot, you don't score. That's just how this works. Okay, so on the market, because you can see this, he's going to bring this over. Falls, shoots. That's an own goal in my books because Charles has that covered for a save. I really feel for them. But look, the Dublin crowd don't mind. Going to make our last 2 substitutions. So what we're going to do is Sullivan can come up here, Carroll can come here, Murphy can come in, and O'Sullivan's going to go on that left-hand side, and that means Cuthers can come over here. I think we're happy with that. So that brings them off, and let's go. I'm at that stage in a save where I know the versatility of my players, and I really like it. The Hughes brings over to Finnerty. Go on, Finnerty. And you just slowly over to Cathers. Go on, Delap, bringing it in field. Murphy, good range of passing on him. O'Sullivan brings it back in field. Murphy. Carroll. Oh, dispossessed Carroll. What are you doing? He regains, but not. I don't like this. Oh, you had to have been offside. Oh, thank God. You know. I feel like we're just giving them too much space to work out with. So put them under more pressure, just force them to kind of have to hold back a little bit. Over to Finnerty, Finnerty back to Briggs, back to Hughes. Go on, Hughes, square it out. Murphy, bring it with you a little bit. Go on. Sullivan, back to O'Connell. Over to Cathers. Sullivan to Denver's. Denver's run at him. Go on, run at him. And Denver's go on the left-hand side. Brings it back for O'Connell. Got a first-time cross in here. Sullivan, no. Back to Carroll. Go on, shoot. Shoot from distance, boy. Tried a shot from distance. He gave it a go. He gave it a go. We're going to go back to a little bit more cautious. I'm going to praise this, lads. Although I might regret this. Go on, Briggs. Well done. Get it out there. Oh, my God. That deserved a goal. Let's just be honest there. First time shot from outside the box. Cannoneering. Oh, that deserved a goal. Okay. 87, 88. Is this our game in hand, actually? How is Liam Hughes captain in this game? Pfft. Okay, good win. Very good win, lads. So, where does that put us, actually, in terms of a win's a win? Yep. Is that our game in hand? That was our game in hand. So, we are now 5, 6, 7, 8 points. Whew. And what is it? We're like 17 games left. So, we're not into the run-in yet, but it's one of those cases where teams need to start catching up with us to have any chance of being able to catch this. But like I said, the last thing I'm going to do before I let you go is I'm just going to show you Scunthorpe. So in terms of season preview, Scunthorpe are 15th. Jesus, they dropped. At the very beginning of the season, Scunthorpe are right up here at the very top. But in terms of the actual performances, are you ready for this? Are you ready? Oh, they started really badly and then they went up to 6th and I was thinking, okay, yeah, typical, the League 2 team comes down and they're going to keep working. No, they just collapsed again. Okay, well look, that's just how that's going to go. Half-hour episode. Christmas was manic for me, that's why I didn't get more episodes out. Hopefully I'm going to try to get some more done. Catch you in the next one, lads. Bye-bye.